What the hell do you plan to do with it?
A
very good question. But its answer demands some research. Where's Nahantu's best library?
To Kurast, then. Good. Whatever it is you're thinking, you'll need the council's
We're gonna eat the stone
blessing
too.
anyway.
Promise me you'll rest after.
How could I? Every dream is Mephisto's stage. Once we deal with the stone, then I will rest.
Dude, if every one of her dreams is Mephisto ripping her apart like in that cinematic, oh boy. Quest complete. It got an orange thing. Gain increased armor, but evade has double the cooldown. You gain 70 increased armor. Now 78 armor. How substantial is that? Currently, 399 armor is 23% DR. With that, I go to 44% DR. Wow. That's 21% additional damage reduction, but Vade has double the cooldown. That is a pretty substantial amount of damage reduction. I might have to salvage it and put that on my boots, if I can. And then that might stack with this, which increases my armor by a percentage during combat. Rejoin Arel and Eru in Kurast. Item level is a big factor there. Might have been. Let me double check the two armors again. All right, so this is. Oh, by the way, I should put drops in the title again. D4 has drops going right now. I almost forgot. If any of you want free cosmetic stuff. Okay, there we go. All right, so. Oh yeah, there's plus 46 armor from the item itself. All right, but if I equip this, I do lose 23 willpower. So it's my hardest hitting attack right here currently does 852. If I equip that, it goes to 831. So it does go down a bit, but my survivability goes up substantially. I think that's worth it. I got a question for you guys. On this item, the Bone Weave, that's the right tooltip. It says plus 56 armor. 3 lines above that, it says the item has 100 armor. Is that 100 armor including the 56? Wait, I have a way to test that. Hold on. Let's just have nothing. All right, 243 goes to 399. No. Okay, so that 100 is not including the 56. So it does 156 total. So that means this one is doing 146 and then plus another 78. And then plus another 78. All right. Okay. All right, where is a smith? To my right a little bit. Here. All right, and let's see. Don't need. Item level on that's pretty good. We might be able to use that. That one's even better, actually. Alright. Salvage those. And let's see, where is a cultist? Let's go over here. Are you hyped for PoE 2? Oh yeah, absolutely. The biggest thing I'm hyped about for PoE 2 is the fact that it'll have the new controls where you can use like WASD to move your character, but mouse to move where you're aiming. So like you can hold A to move left and use the mouse to shoot right at the same time. I'm used to those controls from a couple of other games I play, and I love those controls. That is like the biggest thing for PoE 2 for me, for what's exciting me for it. Okay. So this item has more flat damage, more dot damage. Yeah, this is just better in pretty much every way. I just need to... 831, 90... 133. Yeah, that's substantial. So I need to get this companion thing copied over to there. What is it called? Shepherd's Ritual Staff. Shepherds. Wait, okay, no, I need to salvage that one first. Alright. Do you know if Mad King's return is tomorrow or next week? I believe it's tomorrow.
Make something new with these.
One baleful fragment used to improve weapons at an item level greater than 350. Huh.
You take care.
Alright, that's new to me. Okay, yeah, now it's better. God, that's so much money. 200,000. Jeez. Alright, well, that's a substantial damage increase. Our biggest attack just went from 800 to almost 1,200. Alright, oof. That one's pretty cheap. Alright.
Power
Okay.
never dies.
That makes us a bit better. So our dodge is a longer cooldown, but our passive mitigation just doubled, essentially. Alright, meet Narel and Eru.
I was hoping we'd get a chance to talk. Just us.
What's on your mind?
I've been struggling with something. In hell, when we didn't know who to use the Soul Stone on, why did you ask me to choose?
Between Lilith in my veins and Mephisto in my ears, I couldn't trust myself.
But you could trust me? A grieving child? I got stuck. I messed it all up.
I was our group's fist. Killing is my trade. Donan was our stone mage. Lorath, our leader. And you were our compass. Always looking north, to Sanctuary and her future. Weighed by burdens, but not swayed by them. I'm sorry for putting that on you. But I don't regret it. Despite Mephisto's best efforts, you are still you. That alone is proof I didn't choose wrong.
You think too highly of me. Next time, we choose together. All right, friend? Come on. They're waiting for us in the council room.
Amok, with what you said, how do you feel about PoE 2 doing actual changes to their game while D4 has done very little to improve? I don't agree with the statement that D4 has done very little. I think that if you look at, like, okay, you're saying PoE 2 is doing changes to their game. So I assume that you mean PoE 2 is making changes from PoE 1. So if we're comparing two separate games, then that would be like saying that D4 has made changes since D3, which is true. Now, we could argue whether or not they were good changes, but D4 absolutely has changed many things from D3, just like PoE 2 is doing many things different from PoE 1. Like, if we're trying to compare it as close as possible. So I do think that they are making changes. Now, are the D4 changes good? Yes. But it'll also depend on who you ask. Do the D4 changes make me want to play it for thousands of hours after I finish the story? Probably not. I'm still enjoying myself right now, but after the story, I'll probably put it down until the next major story update. But that's just me, you know? It'll depend on who you ask. But like by that logic, by that exact same logic, I don't understand how Minecraft has more than one employee. They release like one update a year, and they're like, do y'all want a new cow or a bumblebee? And the community has to vote. Like, are you guys serious? You guys are a multi-billion-dollar company. Give them the cow and the bumblebee. Are you freaking kidding me?
Hope you're having a great night, Muck. Just popped into resub. Also, I'll be carving a Joko pumpkin soon.
Palawa Ignatius Jogo. That sounds awesome. Yo, share a screenshot once you got it. That's great. But yeah, I don't understand how Minecraft has more than a single employee. They do one update a year. It'll be like, choose between these 3 critters, and the community votes on it. And it's like, really? You're a multi-billion-dollar company? Just put all 3 in the game. Don't make us vote on it. This is stupid. Like, I cannot fathom how they have multiple employees with how little they do. Like, anyway. Isn't Minecraft being carried by the modding community? Yes. But, like, yeah, I mean, that's what I think about that. What's your plan, Nero?
This soulstone, like every other, will eventually come to fail. So we strengthen it. I've read of a massive well of energy stored in the lost tomb of Akarat. It could empower the stone, sever its bond to me, and trap Mephisto. For good this time.
You would smear that filth on the heart of Nahantu?
Not Nahantu, the spirit realm. One of Akarat's dedicants writes of a passageway in the tomb to his true resting place, a vault of light where spirits fly.
No. I was glad to help you. But I'm sorry. I can't let you defile Akarat's resting place.
Eru, this was Akarat's plan. He has given his blessing.
What? But why?
This council will not stand against the wishes of Akarat. Short of dooming all Sanctuary, no other plan has been proposed.
There are tablets related to Akarat scattered about Teganze. Perhaps they might point the way to the tomb.
Does anyone hate Naira? I kind of felt like the whole thing at the end of D4, where Nayrel suddenly grabbed the stone and ran, it felt to me like, oh, wait, the story is tying up too nice and neatly. We need someone to do something really stupid so that we can continue the story and sell more Diablo stuff. Like, that was how it hit me. Like, it was just like everyone was working together and the good guys were doing really well, and then Nayrel suddenly was like, got the stone, whoop, 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 and just ran off. And it was just like, what? And then all of a sudden, oh, hey, we can do, we can continue the story. So I was very confused by that. What is this symbol? What is this? You wanted to see me.
Kurast is an old city. You've seen the gardens and the cigarettes, but there are many older places beneath our feet. Places no one goes. The Undercity. In good times, the Undercity is a bittersweet memory. These are not good times. People are going missing. We sent one of our own to investigate, Councillor Sieg. Now he's gone missing himself. Ormus wouldn't ask this of anyone else. Find Sieg for us. We fear for him.
Okay. Like Kaith the egg? Well, Kaith was getting mind controlled by Mordramoth. Nayrel just decided to do that. So I wasn't a big fan of that. Like, they could have easily made the story thread in another way. I just wasn't a fan of how they chose to do it. What is this bit? The Undercity. This isn't the main quest. This is some other thing. Oh, what this place is. dungeon? Maybe.
I'm out of spirit.
Sounds the game's still really good, the effects. Yeah, I got no complaints in that department.
Ormus must have sent you. I am Siak, the council member of Kuras.
Okay, we gotta level up. Let's max out the ravens. Talk to him. Why would a council member come to this place?
Because I am not simply a leader. I am a healer. A disease is spreading across Nahantu. You know it by its symptom. The dregs. Now they're here. In the depths of Kurast. If they spread further, the city will die a second death. I thought to cure the disease, but... we shouldn't dawdle. Come.
Okay, where are you taking me, old man?
Dregs were human once. Now they are unrecognizable.
I do not have enough spirit. I'm not ready yet.
We're just going back through the dungeon?
I misunderstood their affliction.
I guess so.
I believed the cure would be simple. I was wrong.
Hamson says, honestly, I don't have many complaints about the game in general. Honestly, it's just gas. I would say my leading, I like the game. I like this game. I enjoy it. I would say my biggest complaint, as someone who played D1, D2, and D3, and now D4, this is a really pathetic skill tree. This is a skill twig. This isn't even a tree. Like, in D2, you could sink 20 points into the teeth skill, and it would synergize with the other bone skills. You could put 20 points in bone spear, 20 points in bone spirit, 20 points into bone prison, bone wall, and all of those would synergize and buff each other, and you could have like an omega bone spirit if you wanted to do that. All right, in this, skills can either have like 1 point in them or 5. Then on D3, in D3, we didn't have skill points, we had runes. So like Summon Hydra had Fire Hydra, Mammoth Hydra, Electric Hydra, Acid Hydra, Arcane Hydra, Frost Hydra. There was 6 different flavors of every spell. In this, if a spell has flavors at all, there's 2 choices, and they're both very minor. So this has less selection than D3 and less depth than D2. And I find this to be very shallow. And I would guess that the developers excuse that because they're like, oh, well, you get stuff from unique items. And it's like, okay, so I can't play the build I want to play unless I happen to find the right unique. And I'm not really a fan of requiring a specific item to play the game.
You've helped me.
And that's just a design choice I don't agree with.
Help me again. But first, you should know something.
What's the matter?
Stand back. Hold your nose, if you must. I tried to cure the dregs, but in the process, I was infected. I must continue the work. A cure must be found, or Kurast will die a second death. You hear that? The venom on my tongue. That is what I am becoming.
Hi, Chad. Hi, Barry.
Malignance and malignity together. Meet me in the Upper Kurast. We'll speak more there.
Okay. It's easy to get the aspects you need. Yeah, maybe. But it also makes the system more confusing. By taking a ton of the customization off of this and putting it on stuff that randomly drops in the world, you have players that will, maybe they'll look at this tree and be like, oh, this class doesn't look very fun. And they don't know about some aspect that might make it fun for them, you know? Like, it just makes it harder to plan things out, I feel. You winning, Muck? Yeah, we're doing alright. You look frustrated. Is something the matter?
Not all of my duties concern the dregs. I still have a responsibility to the people of Kurast, to protect them, even when their problems are insignificant. A family reported a hunting in their home. Likely imagined, but someone needs to deal with it, even if it comes at the cost of precious time. Meet me there. We will deal with this hunting together.
Yeah, that's fair, but I think Paragon boards add build complexity. I haven't seen that system yet. I'll say when I finished the story when base D4 came out, I finished it and I looked at the Paragon system briefly at that time, and I was like, this doesn't look fun. And then that's it. I was done. I just reinstalled after a year. So, like, one, you have to play, like, tens of hours to even start accessing that system. And it's just like, it's really far in before you can even see it. Now, that is, of course, opinionated. That's just how I feel about it. Not everyone's going to feel the same. Oh, I got dismounted. Rip.
I must wait a moment.
It's lagging so bad. Also, I hate that the game is always online. Like, having to sit in a queue sometimes to play, and I'm playing single player, is the frigging peak of stupidity. Or like you play a hardcore character and it dies because you like disconnect or lag from the server, and you're like playing on your own. So incredibly dumb. Where are the tablets?
Buried in the dead somewhere. You'll have to go digging.
You're not coming with us?
Not this time. Haven't had a chance yet to honor Albulan's death. We've waited long enough.
Oh, I understand. And I'm sorry.
We know. I'll pass it along in ritual. Try to let go of that guilt, child. The blame lies with Mephisto, not with you.
Find the first tablet.
No, no, no!
Burned nights. Took them long enough to catch up to me.
dirt pile.
Ancient. I can just barely make it out.
A reminder, upgrade your potion when exiting a city. Am I high enough level to do
It's
that again?
archaic.
I'm 47.
I'll try to translate.
I'll check.
It was here I first met Akarat. Maybe one of his dedicants wrote it. Ah, at the end, it mentions a journey northwest. That's our best bet.
Okay. Find the second tablet. Got stuck there for a second. Barry says, is Blue reading? Not sure. She was extremely active during the first 2 hours of the stream when Flu Girl was killing me repeatedly. I think she took a break when we went to Diablo.
I've managed to avoid them so far. Only heard rumors of them in
Wow,
Queens.
oh my gosh. I
The
mounted and then
reality is
immediately got
something else.
dismounted. Awesome.
Do you see the burns they give themselves? Peppered on like a jester's rouge, playing at having been in hell, and we were actually there. It's madness. No, even worse, it's vanity.
Oh, that's interesting. She said, did you see them burning themselves to pretend that they've been in hell? Wow.
I'm not ready yet.
I'll do the cellar. These are really quick. Had to take Doggo outside. What's up, Flute? I like the cellar levels. They're really quick. They're the strike missions of Diablo. Rune out. Okay, cool. Cellar done. You strike everything in this game, Muck. All missions are strike missions. Ah ha 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 ha. Barry says I like my sorcerer in D4. I thought about doing that this league because I was like, all right, if I'm not going to do Diablo because I want to show chat something different, I narrowed it down to actually sorcerer with an emphasis on like, you know, naturally like the summon type stuff. But for the sorcerer, you don't summon anything that tanks for you. But there's, for example, there's like this lightning bolt that will like curve around and like pursue enemies. So it's like a smart lightning. There's the summon hydras, which are like little turrets essentially. But you have to
I do not have enough spirit.
have more of an emphasis on survival because you don't have anything. Like the wolves do a poor job of it, but they do try to keep things off of you. And the root, you know, immobilizes them.